Hello, welcome to Handmade by Julia Quinn. I'm the last of our contributors to our Global Share Fair this weekend, sharing great ideas and inspiration for projects that you can create. I was going to say something really important then. This is my project to share with you. I've totally forgot what I was going to say. And I'm featuring the Charming Day stamp set and bundle, the dies and the stamp set for you. It's really quite cold here, so I apologize if my jacket is a little bit noisy when we're working, but it's winter in Australia, unlike over the other side of the world where it's actually quite warm, I hear. So I'm using Charming Day, but I'm also making use of these pretty amazing foiled frames and labels ephemera. You get 2 sheets of several different shapes, and I think this is a great way to use these shapes because I wasn't really sure. And you could do this card with any of the shapes. There's a couple of really big ones that are in, this is my little container that when I took them out of the packaging I had to store them somewhere. So there's a couple of big shapes like those ones as well. Now when you get these frames, you get the inside frames, but you also get another frame as well, which I'll be using in another project later on. But these are the ones I need for today. I'm using strawberry slush for my card base and just making a Z fold, which means you fold it in half and then fold the front in half again. I might just grab my bone folder to just give those folds a really good crease down so that it folds quite nicely. Okay, now the first thing I'm going to do is stamp my happy birthday using bubble bath ink. And also, what else do I need to stamp while I've got this out? I might just grab this one to pop on a block while I'm in here. Oops. I hope you've enjoyed all the other amazing projects. We've got a really great team full of great ideas and projects in our Global Share Fair group. Okay, I'm just going to get my foam mat just so that I can hopefully do a good job. And I'm using my happy birthday to create a background. Just like instead of using designer series paper, I'm creating my own by stamping my happy birthday repeatedly all over the back. Okay. Okay, so that's my front panel, just creating something for the front. And then on the inside panel, just going to stamp the happy birthday again. And then I'm also going to stamp the happy birthday in strawberry slush onto my scrap paper here, which we will fussy cut in a minute. Now that's all the stamping. The fun part of this project is that it makes use of these really fun, I'll put them aside, dies that are in the Charming Day dies. And the Charming Day dies has the outlines for the lovely flowers and leaves in the stamp set. So this one and this one all have an outline. And then there are some detailed dies that you can just pop out without too much work to create lovely little detail on your work. Now I'll just pop out all of these little bits and pieces here. You can see I've already done a couple. Now I've just coloured them in. I've just popped them out and coloured them in with my stamping blends. Now you could use your markers, you could watercolour them with a water painter or your Wink of Stella and ink, or colour them with watercolour pencils and your blender pens or water painter. But I'm using our stamping blends today just for a quick and easy way to add colour to my die cut. Okay, now I am putting it on a bit of scrap paper. I don't need my piercing mat for this. And I'll do my leaves first. I'm going to use light old olive and just adding colour all over those leaves. These are the same colours I used on the other ones that are already coloured in. And some leaves here. I'm just using my brush end and laying down lots of colour and alcohol. This will help me when I come to the detail part. And there we go. And then with my light dark old olive, just going to draw along the side of the stalks and then follow those artist's lines on the die to add some more detail. Draw along the stalk, add, I'm not being particularly precise or anything, just adding some colour. Because I've laid down the alcohol, it will soak in, and then I'll get my bullet tip of my light old olive and just add a bit more blending there to blend those in, give it a bit of a realistic shading. There we go. And okay, so that's the leaves all done. All right, next I'm going to add a tiny bit of blue to these little flowers. I'm using balmy blue here. Now I do have to decide where the edge of my petal goes there. And where's another one? Here it is. And that's the light balmy blue, and then the dark balmy blue I'm just going to go along on the inside there, near where the center of the flower is, and allowing that to blend in. And now for my main larger flowers, I'm going to use light bubble bath first to lay down all my colour in all of those. It's like being at school, isn't it? Colour, 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 colour. Colouring. Okay, and then to add some definition and colour, I'm going to use dark Flirty Flamingo and just follow, oh, that's not dark, is it? Oh, no, that's dark Bubble Bath. Oops. Dark Flirty Flamingo. Here we go. You can tell when you use the wrong one, can't you? And I'm just drawing on those lines that are already there from the artist. I'm going to come back with my dark Bubble Bath and blend it in. I've got a feeling that this bit here should be green, because this is a stalk and a thingy that goes in the bottom of the flower. I'll just draw that. There we go. That's that one fixed up. Okay, now, what did I say I was going to do? Come back with my dark Bubble Bath and just blend. Blending those flowers. I don't have strawberry slush stamping blends, which would have worked very nicely with my strawberry slush card base, but I think that the combination of the Bubble Bath and the Flirty Flamingo is a very nice compromise. Now I'm going to use my Daffodil Delight for the insides. Just going to draw straight over those bits there. Here's my inside on this one. Okay, and there's my flowers done. Maybe I'll come back with a little bit more Flirty Flamingo for these lines. Add a bit more definition, because it's all blended in very nicely. There we go. Can't remember whether I did those. Okay, there's my flowers complete, and then it's just up to the assembly of the card now to put it all together. So I'm going to pop this one on the inside first, because this enables me to know, actually, yeah, this enables me to know where I want to layer my front I find it easier to do the inside one first, and I'm just eyeballing that from side to side. And then this one, I'm going to line it up exactly with that one there. But I want to make sure I only put my adhesive on this side, so I'm just going to line up that outside edge there. Use the fold line to direct where I want my adhesive to go, and then line that up exactly with that one there. And then when I fold over, I don't have any cardstock. Okay, so now I'm going to pop this little one here on the inside of my card. I'll use a little bit of tiny bit of glue there. And pop you there, and my flower. Oh, come on. Must be nearly time to upgrade and pop you there. There we go. So that's the inside of my card done. And then the front of my card is going to feature this one here, which I will need to use this guy again. Just a little bit of glue on those leaves. Less is more, Julia. I have a trouble with making messes with that glue. Okay, I'll pop that one up there. This one I've coloured with the old olive, but I've also used pecan pie on those little gum nut things there. They look like little gum nuts to me. Okay, now this one goes down here. And on my original card, I put the ribbon on over the top of the flower, but I think this time I'm going to add this lovely gold open weave trim underneath the flower. I'm just pulling it apart, which makes it curl up a little bit, makes it a bit more interesting. And I'm going to pop a bit of adhesive here, which will be camouflaged by florally bits. There we go. And then my flower is going to get stuck on with dimensionals. There's plenty of good spots on these flowers. Look at the pretty colours on the back. To pop dimensional foam on the back. The petals are a good size. That's probably enough. Okay. And if you wanted to add more dimensionals, you certainly could add, mini dimensionals on the back. Okay. So now I'm going to pop you over the top there. And then also my extra happy birthday, because I didn't think that happy birthday stood out enough. And I do love a bit of a fussy cut greeting to make a statement on a card. I hope you've enjoyed all of our projects this weekend. If you want the measurements for any of the projects, contact your demonstrator who invited you to this group. She will be able to give you the tutorial, which has all of the ingredients, all of the supplies, all of the measurements, and then you'll be able to prepare your card. So it'll also have, after the event, all of the links to the YouTube videos for all of our projects that we're doing, and then you'll be able to watch the projects on your device step by step, having the correct measurements and paper. And the measurements are in metric and imperial for all of the people and all of their preferences. Okay. Now for this one, I do love to use foam strips. Oh, yep. Foam strips, which I just trim off like that. And I've going to pop you right through the middle there. There we go. Happy birthday, and pop that straight over the top of my beautifully coloured flowers. I do like it better with the ribbon underneath peeking through. And then the last thing, some beautiful strawberry slush and pretty and pink gems, matching exactly with the project. And add a couple of big ones down here. 1, 2, another big one, oops, halfway up, and then a little one up here, and another big one. Sometimes it's hard to use the big ones, so I like to use them in very, very busy projects so that it shows up a bit better. There you go. A very, very pretty pink Charming Day strawberry slush fun fold using the gold foil labels and frames ephemera. There you go. I hope you've enjoyed that. Make sure you contact your demonstrator who invited you to get the tutorial so you can see exactly what, and then you can adapt to what you've got in your stash at home. There we go. Happy birthday, happy birthday. 2 more to add to my stash. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.